On Friday we got the third of the Traces of History videos. This one focused on naval warfare and is running in the background now. However, I didn't just want to make a long video talking about what is basically 4 seconds of new footage again. However, I want to talk about what we know about naval warfare in Age 4 so far. I will point out 2 things in the video which are new, and I was pleased to see. The first is footage of the fishing ships on much improved water with some plants dotted around in there. This seems like a huge improvement on the water we've seen before. The second thing of note was we are seeing what appear to be demolition ships for the first time, and you can see that both the Chinese and the Abbasids appear to have them here, so perhaps it's something that's available to all the civilizations. Many of us remember Age of Empires 2 for its lackluster naval warfare. Don't get me wrong, I used to play the Navy a lot over the years, but water-based maps would never be my first choice. It was always a bit of a spam fest. Relic and World's Edge are well aware of that, and they want Navy to be more fun, so have set themselves the task of making it both more interesting and enjoyable to play. I suspect it's going to be a harder task than they think, but I hope we are pleasantly surprised. So what are their aims? Firstly, they want different types of ships to still have a use all the way to Age 4, so not just the big battleships, but also smaller ones. That's why in the footage we're seeing ships with arrows, what I assume are ballistas, and cannons all taking part in battles late game. How this will translate into the final game balance, once it's in the hand of players, remains to be seen of course. We tend to have a habit of finding the best unit for the job and then spamming it, which is something they seem to want to avoid. They've also suggested that ship maneuverability will play an important role in the naval combat. This is the reason we're seeing some ships with oars and some with just sails, and apparently this has changed a lot during development. Originally the sail ships had to drift a lot when engaging in combat, and actually made naval warfare unplayable at one point, but they've continued to tighten this up and probably will all the way till launch. The basic aim is that ships with oars will have a much tighter turning circle, whereas ships with sails will have to sail or maneuver themselves more into a position to fire. To this end, I think how ships fire is going to play a big role in naval combat. They've noted how ships can do full broadsides now. They can fire from both sides at the same time, so it's possible to use tactics like sailing between enemy ships, or between the enemy shoreline and some of their ships firing at both sides. That's not something we had in Age of Empires 2, as all the ships fired forwards as far as I remember. Now, I know in Age 3 we had broadside, but I'm not sure if they could fire at both sides at once. Maybe one of you could confirm that in the comments. And to further encourage naval play, they've also stated that they're going to do some things with resources that will make naval play very lucrative. Though they want to see if, as I suggested above, this actually manifests itself once the game is in the hands of the wider player base. However, they've said they will continue to adjust this post-launch if needed to make naval better and encourage people to play with it, and not just in standard games but also in the competitive high-end play. And one of the reasons for this is they feel they've put a heck of a lot of effort into trying to make naval more interesting and fun. So they really want people to get something out of it at the other end. Now, I don't know how everyone else feels, but personally I really do hope they manage to make naval more fun. As let's be honest, having another set of tactics and another set of maps that we can play just adds to the longevity of the game and how much fun it can be. But that said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you excited for a new take on naval warfare in Age 4, or do you wish they had just left it similar to Age 2 and that you aren't really bothered about naval warfare anyway? Thanks very much for watching. Please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on the latest Age of Empires 4 news, and hopefully we'll be getting more regular news now as we ramp up to release. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon for more Age 4 updates.